Good morning, welcome you lovely people. Guess what, we're actually back out on the Caddy build. I know it's been a while and I've been stalling with a couple of other videos. Last week's was a drone video, although I did want to get that out and try the drone anyway. But this morning we're back out on the Caddy build and it is still bloody freezing. Let me just say, first off, I want a little bit of a rant up. Now, I've placed an order for the insulation, the sound deadening and the carpeting for this van off eBay from Shore Vans. It's been nearly 2 weeks now, at least I believe it is. Anyway, that doesn't matter. I'm not blaming Shore Vans, let me put that out there. But I ordered from them everything I needed to do this van build, which I thought, and it got delivered. Now, they used FedEx for delivery, and the day that it came, no one was in. So what did they do? They just left it outside my front door, and as everyone's known from previous videos, my front door is directly on the main road. You can take 5 or 6 steps up my front door and be good with it. You're there. Anyway, I've spoken to Shore Vans. They're very apologetic, you know, everything like that. And they've been on to FedEx, and FedEx will say, well, we've got photographic proof of delivery, etc. Now, I've seen this photographic proof of delivery and it is literally just dumped on my doorstep. Now, I'm in a case with them at the moment. Hopefully I will get a refund, hopefully. Now, I'm actually speaking to eBay as well. eBay are in the case as well, so I'm hoping to either get a refund. I'd like the actual installation and everything be delivered, to be honest with you. So Shore Vans, if you do watch this, I'd like it all be delivered, please. Anyway, I need a refund or the installation and everything delivered. So hopefully that case pulls off. But customer service from Shore Vans, okay, I agree, it wasn't their fault and I'm not blaming them in any way, shape or form, but it's held my project up just because they've used an incompetent delivery system. No way, shape or form should you leave a massive parcel like that, and it was quite big by looking at the photographic evidence. There was a big brown box, what looked like a black bag on top, which I take it's the insulation. I think that's probably about it, but I'd expect to roll a carpet there somewhere as well. So I don't know if it's been taken. I can't tell you whether the delivery drivers put it back on board and just said that he delivered it. I really don't know. Comments down below if you've had anything like this happen before and how you resolved it. But I'm hoping, fingers crossed, eBay step in and get this sorted for me. Right, rant over. Let's get back on with this Caddy build. So, what am I doing today? Today, I'm going to be tidying up because I haven't actually tidied up since last time. All I've managed to do since our last video is wiring the reverse camera. I've actually wired it in. I've got some trims and everything to put back in the front, but I'm actually thinking I'm going to be getting the passenger seat out anyway. I've got hoovering all the back, dust all the back, tidy all the back, ready for when I get this bloody sound insulation and everything. And I'm hopefully going to make the wood floor today, possibly. To be honest with you, I'm not 100% certain in which direction I'm going because everything's been thrown up in the air because I've got no insulation. That was going to be my next step. Right, anyway, let's get on with whatever we're going to be getting on with. Do you want to know something good about working next to a off-grid Sprinter? Because I'm not sure if you know, but my Sprinter is fully off-grid for at least 10 days or so. Do you want to know what's good about it? So, if we need to hoover anything, we just bring the hoover out from indoors, or anything really. What we do, just bang it in, and we've got hoovering. fully equipped on the hoovering system, aren't we? So let's get some of this. Let's get some of this crap in the back. Move it up. I'm going to get on with this hoovering. You don't need to see all that. I'm pretty certain you all know what hoovering's all about. And I'll bring you back to it when we're a little bit cleaner in the back here. Is it cold? Nah, not a little bit. So I've taken the step out, all along there. Cleaned up there. We have got the B-pillar trim off. Got a couple of trims in there I've got to put back. Got to clean them up as well, really. Step trim, a couple of B-pillar trims. The floor trim, where I've installed the radio. A quick dust, a quick hoover out, and we'll get in there with that. I hate hoovering. I hate cleaning, to be honest with you. Now, I'm not sure whether to put windows in there. I think I'm gonna. So I need to make that mind. I need to make my mind up on that before I actually put the sound deadening and insulation on. So that might be another purchase I have to make sooner rather than later. Window there and a window there. I've not really made my mind up on it because I'm kind of thinking possibly a stealth camper, micro camper. Doesn't need to be much, does it? Just a bed, a unit, a bit of lighting, and then if the next person wants to put windows in the side doors, maybe they can. I don't know. What's people's opinions? Comment below if I should put windows in already for the next person. I mean, I think sitting on the sofa and having a window there and there to look at, as well as the back doors, makes it a little bit more so you can see around. Especially if you have a curtain up. If you have a curtain up where the bulkhead used to be along there, so you don't see into the front seats, just to make it a little bit more cozier in the back. I'm not entirely sure. Comment below whether I should put windows in the side doors for the next owner, or should I leave it for them to make the decision? Let me know. Right, okay, so as I was saying earlier, I'm not sure which way this video was going to be going, what direction it's going in. So I've hoovered the boot. I've got them trims to put on, yes, I agree. But what I'm going to be doing is, because I don't want a lot of stuff in the back of the van all the time, so what I'm going to be doing is getting rid of the stuff from the back of the van. And the first thing I'm going to be doing is the bulkhead cut down. Now, I've heard a lot about these on the eBay. I've seen a few of them on the eBay. So I've got eBay on my mind because of that debate going through, trying to get a refund. Anyway, I've seen a lot of this on YouTube where they've cut parts of the bulkhead down to cover the unsightly B-pillar trims and then cover them in cardboard, etc. So I'm looking at these bulkhead trims and I'm just going to wing it, to be honest with you. I sort of roughly know, I mean, as everyone who does this sort of job sort of roughly knows where it's got to be cut. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it don't fuck up. But let me just flip you around and show you. Right, so this is the driver's side bulkhead, and this is the part of the trim that we want to keep. We want to keep all this edging that bolts on and covers up the B-pillar trim. Now, I'm pretty certain that if I was to cut along this line here, somewhere down here, I'm going to have more than enough to play with. I'm going to keep this corner, so I want to cut round the corner, down there, all the way along, right to the end. Now I'm going to have enough then just to trim up a little bit. Now, to be honest with you, I'm pretty certain that if I show you that lip there is where we need to cut. So if you look underneath, it's kind of this trim panel here. We want this piece here. So I'm going to flip it over, see where I'm going with that, and then trim it up as we go. But literally, all we want is that piece there, if you can see that, that actually clips around the B pillar trim, and then we just carpet that tiny little piece. Makes all good. So let me just get my tools together and we'll get this sorted. Right, let's go for it and see what happens. And there we have it, one trim piece. Now all I've got to do is trim this down a little bit more and then we're done. But for anyone else doing this B pillar trim on the Caddies, I'm pretty certain that's all you need. You probably even cut that down a lot more. I mean, I'm possibly going to cut this whole, I'll show you, I'm going to cut this whole lip off so it sits flush with that line in there. I'll cut it all the way around, just cut the whole lip off. So yeah, there we go, as easy as that. I can now bin this panel, don't need it kicking around in the back of the van anymore. One panel done. Gonna go and get the other piece and we'll do that one as well. Same thing with the passenger side. I'm just going to cut around the side here, around this lovely cover for the like side load door top runner. So once it gets all covered in carpet, it'll be fine. Around here, just somewhere along the edge here, you'll see. For you out there that are complaining or will be complaining that I've got no safety goggles on, yeah, that's my way of working, I'm afraid. I do wear safety goggles when I'm cutting with metal. Yeah, I just know how to use a angle grinder. I know everyone says all of that. Touch wood. Anyway, let's get on with it. And there we go, the other panel formed. Yeah, this one needs trimming down as well. It's going to be trimmed down back to there, I believe. Take this trim all off. We don't need any of that. It's going to be very very frail. But right, let's take it over there and see how we're getting on. Let's see whether it does what I hoped for. Fingers crossed. Right, so as you can see, we've got this trim in. This is the trim we've just cut down. Goes all the way up, part of the bulkhead. And as I was saying, this piece of plastic here, across here, we're going to trim right back to this line, follow it all the way up, follow that line in there, that crevice, all the way up, all the way, and then when it gets to the top, we're just going to go around this piece up here, around there, up to there, and maybe we might leave that on there to brace it to the ceiling. And let me show you from inside. Right, so all that does is just go around that trim like that. Sits nice and neatly against that and covers that up. So as you can see, let's put that in again. As you can see, we don't need that amount. We don't need that amount. If you get what I'm saying. That piece round there, if we trim that down, it will just go a nice smooth following round. It will just follow nicely round all the way. So we don't really need all this excess on there. And then that will just be nice all the way down. So let me get on to do this one. And then what I'll do is I'll come back. I'll cut this one down properly as best I can. And then what I'll do is I'll come back. I'll show you what's going on with that one then. I'll show you what I mean by it all. And then just a simple job done. Took no more than 5-10 minutes. Just cutting that down. But let me get on to cutting that one down now. And we'll see what happens from there. Back in 5. Right, and here we go. Not finished. But, you know, not far from it. So that will be held back there. See how there's no further lip sticking out, protruding into the van. That will get sanded down a lot more than that. So it makes it sort of a rounded edge rather than a bit of a edge jutting out. Obviously, once that's all screwed back with the original screw holes, that'll stay in position. But at the moment, it's just popping off. Let's show you up here. That fits around the top up there. We may cut that edge down a little bit more. It's a little bit unsightly, that edge. There's not much we can do about that really. We'll make it as best as possible. Obviously it goes in up there, clips all on there, and then just makes a nice neat finish all the way down to there. So once it's covered in carpet, both sides, it's either that or you end up with a unsightly hole up there, if you can see that, and an unsightly gap all the way down, which is not what I'm after really. So then B-pillar trims off the bulkhead, if you haven't done it already, is a must, I think, just to cover it up. Now where this was situated in that top lug, which is at the top just up there, up to there will be the wooden panelling. It's going to go all the way along there, all the way down the side to the bottom down there. So everything else will be carpeted with wood panelling, the whole back. This will be carpeted, and yeah, that will bring us on to whatever we need in the front. So that's both of them panels done. Job's a good one. Okay, so just remember, that's how it looks without the trim on, all the way down. Let's take you across to this side. And this is how it looks with the trim on. much better, I think. Much better. And then, like I was saying, my bit of wood panelling will come to the end here. That will be carpeted. That will be carpeted. Obviously, the ceiling will be carpeted. So, yeah, I think it looks much better. Trimmed up. Oh, yeah, it looks much better. Trimmed up. All the way down. Compared to that one, and that's got nothing on it. Big gaping hole. Just looks unsightly, doesn't it? Anyway, that's another jobbed. Obviously not finished yet, but still. So that's another one ticked off the list. Let's see what else we can do today. Okay, so I told you I didn't know which direction I was going to go with today. So I've just been out, bought some wood, good old Wickses, and literally all I'm going to do, as you can see, this is for the floor. This is 12mm thick. It's a little bit thicker than the I think they had 9mm down on the floor before, but literally all I'm going to do is use this as a template, draw all the way round, draw the little notches out. Now I know this is going to be left, but it nearly fits on that side, and that's the side you may or may not see. You're not going to see this side here because it will be hidden by possibly a bed. I'll cut them notches out just in case you want to use tie downs. Again, just follow this all the way round, all the way round, all the way up the side. Make it as good as we can. And then we'll cut that out for the floor. Put the floor down, and then we've also been out and bought some 6mm 6mm ply, sorry, lost track of fault then. 6mm ply for the sides, and we may hopefully get the side panels cut out today, which are them ones just sitting up there against the house. Them ones there. So if we get them cut out and all, then I can get rid of that from the back of the van as well, and that way we got no rubbish. So let's get on with this, marking it up and everything, and go from there. Also want to just talk about the elephant in the room. Well, it was earlier. Shaved my beard off, and I am fucking freezing for it now. So guess what, that's being grown again, isn't it? So I'll tell you what I won't be doing, I won't be shaving that off in the anytime soon. See my chubby cheeks and everything. But anyway, let's get on with this. I'm going to add, it doesn't need to be perfect. It's purely just a base on the floor. Once it's got its sound deadening underneath it and all this sort of stuff, and then lino on top, or possibly carpet, make it a little bit more luxurious. Yeah, it'll be fine. And this was screwed down to the base of the van, just straight into the metal. Hopefully I can fill them holes, and then what we'll do is we'll possibly, because it's all in one piece, it's not going to need a lot. I'll probably bang a couple of screws in the corners, and then the rest of it just stick it down, Bondo. So let's get on with cutting this out, shall we? So I've just double checked in the van. I've literally only got the tie down straps, hooks on the driver's side really. So
I'll put it in there and see how it goes. Whether I use them or not is another thing. I'm going to cut this one out, and then all the ones down that side I'm going to leave. Cut these ones out just in case when I put something under the bed I want to strap it down or put a netting under the bed, and we'll go from there. But let's get on cutting this out. And that, boys and girls, is all done. It's all cut out. Will it fit? We don't know. Should we go and try it? Let's go. What do you reckon on that then? Boom, it's in, it fits. It fits. Boom. If you get on with the side panels, then everything's all cut out then, isn't it? Right, next piece is on. This is a little 6mm or 5.5mm sheet, and I wouldn't put nothing smaller than this on the side panels. It just gives it a little bit better protection. Yeah, so we're going to use this on the side panels. Let's get one of the side panels down, see how we're going to mark it on, go from there. Right, okay, so you see how these side panels go. They literally start here, go up, they go round a big piece in the side, go round the wheel arch, and literally do not cover it perfectly. And and then obviously the top doesn't matter. But we need to work out how we're going to make it extend further over the side load door, because we want that to happen. And we also think we're going to be needing that to come down a bit further. So let's take this one over to the van and just go and check it, shall we? Let's go and check it. Right, okay, so see where it doesn't actually meet the top? We need to add that on, because I don't want it to go there, I want it to go right to the ceiling. That piece down there we need to add in as well, and then we need to add that piece in along the top. I want it to go right over the side load door and right to where I've put them B-pillar trims in. I'm going to just bypass that piece there, go around the wheel well as well, and right up to the roof line there. So let me get some workings out going on, and we'll show you it on the next bit of paper, on the next bit of board. So theoretically, all I'm doing with this panel is just extending it 4 inches higher on the top half. I'm kind of just gauging it like I normally do. Everything looks better to the naked eye than by levels and measurements and everything like that. If it looks good to your eye, go with it. Bit of measuring here and there. Go 4 inches down from there to there. Probably just going to go on the outside of this, if that makes sense. Right, so remember that one. Right, so if you was to look at that one stops in that corner there, comes down, has a big indentation there, comes down and round the wheel arch and straight up. All I've done with this is it goes down and round the wheel arch. I've literally drawn straight out and round. We can cut that off as we go. It should indentate here. Straight up, and literally I've added that piece on there as well, at that height extra, all the way along. Will it work? I'll tell you what, if it works first time without much cutting, I'll be happy boy. It's getting a little bit warm now. I think it's because I'm wrapped up to the eyeballs, but right. Anyway, let's cut this out and we'll see what happens from there, shall we? Let's do it. Right, let's start this cutting. Not sure how we're going to do this, but again, it doesn't have to be good because it's getting covered in carpet. Move you back a bit so you can see it. I'll grab the other one, put that on there, and you'll see the difference. So hopefully you can see the difference on that one. It's got a massive piece over there added, and along the top added. So now literally all we've got to do is go and try it in the van, see where we've got cut. Let's bring our pen, mark it all down. Let's go. Well, what can I say? That's not too bad at all. Fits along there, follows the roof line perfectly, follows the back perfectly. The wheel arch, so I didn't show you that wheel arch, and along there. So we've got a few bits and pieces to mark out. I think I've got to trim down the top, but other than that I think we're doing good. So I'm literally going to do exactly the same for the other side, and that'll be these bits of wood in. Other than that, I don't think we've got much more we can do until we can get the insulation and everything. So until we get the insulation and everything in, I'm nearly there with that panel. Just got a little bit of fettling to do. I'm going to do exactly the same as what I've done on that one on this side, and then that'll be my wood panels in. So I'm pretty good with that. And to top it all off, just to finish off on this video, which I'm going to do now, it's only going to be a short and sweet one because, like I say, I wanted to get the insulation done, but we're nearly there. And I'm also still looking for some 3mm ceiling ply. I think I'm going to have to take a trip down to Travis Perkins and get some, because it's the only place I know does it. But yeah, just topped it off on this video. That panel in there that I've just put up blew over in the wind and knocked my tripod over, knocked the camera out. So the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 went for a burn, the battery disconnected, it snapped the bottom carrier. So yeah, I think I'm going to call that video here. And next time you view, you'll probably see these panels in, possibly. But like I say, I've shown you how to do that paneling, and we'll call it here. And what we'll do, if you like this video, subscribe to carry on with the rest of it, and you'll see us carry on with this micro camper, and hopefully we'll get the insulation in, and we'll get the carpeting on these panels, and you'll see a little bit of a transformation. So I guess I'm going to call it there, and if you like it, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Catch you on the flip side. Cheers. See ya.